Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Raw. We are on the fallout now from Backlash, building to our next premium live event, Clash in Paris, in the beautiful city of Paris, France. This is WWE 2K26 Universe Mode Episode 18. Welcome to KO Productions. I'm Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. I've got an action-packed show filled with awesome action, including a Backlash rematch to kick off the show. So let's not waste any further time and get right into the action here on Monday Night Raw, live from El Paso, Texas. Here we go, folks. Let's get to war. And we're kicking off the night with a franchise player, one of the greatest of all time, John Cena, with a microphone in hand. He's got something to say live in El Paso, Texas. And John Cena says, El Paso, welcome to Monday Night Raw. I'm coming out here to make it short and make it sweet. This is the last year in a professional wrestling ring you will see of John Cena, as I am officially going on a retirement tour. I will hang my boots up on the grandest stage of them all next series, that being WrestleMania. Oh, but wait a minute. Cena announcing a retirement tour at WrestleMania, but gets interrupted by Gunther, the Ring of it all. And the leader of Imperium says, John Cena, hold on, did I just hear you correctly? You see, we are both in the main event tonight, a current number one contender, but you said you are going to retire at the end of the year? Nah, John. You are going to retire tonight by the hands of me as I go on to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Alright, Gunther, I'll see you tonight. Oh, well, 10 stare down Cena and Gunther ahead of tonight's main event triple threat match, also including Finn Balor, to see who will face the World Heavyweight Champion LA Knight in Clash in Paris. Cena announcing a retirement tour. That is huge, folks. But now in to our opening contest tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's World Championship.
I'm excited for this one, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting a Backlash rematch, as on Saturday night we crowned a new WWE Women's World Champion. This woman, being the former champ, looking to regain her prize after having zero success with defenses of the gold. It's the genius of the Sky, Io Sky. She held the Women's World title for a reasonable 160 days, but most of that time was sat on the bench at the end of last season, winning the title at WrestleMania. And then months later, when the WWE KO Productions Universe Mode series came back to life, Io Sky was thrown right into the deep end. Went one-on-one with a WWE Women's Champion on SmackDown, Jade Cargill, in the first episode of Raw, and lost in a champion versus champion contest for Jade to earn SmackDown the first pick of SmackDown in the Women's Draft. Of course, they selected Jade. Io got selected to Raw shortly after it. She faced Zelina Vega last week on Raw, got the victory, setting herself up for Backlash, but lost her Women's World title at Backlash to a woman who's beaten her now 3 times, 2 of which being in last season on the NXT brand, one of which now being at Backlash. Will she make it 4 for 4? We find out in your opening battle tonight, live in El Paso, Texas. Here comes the Women's World Champion. And I'll tell you, folks, this woman is a bona fide megastar, because it didn't take her long at all to reach the heights that she did down in NXT last season. She was NXT Women's Champion for 304 days. Now, she is the Women's World Champion of the Red brand. It's Mommy Rhea Bloody Ripley. What an excellent match these two women had on Saturday night at Backlash. It will go down as one of the matches of the season. And that was an incredible one, folks. We're only 18 episodes in, 17 if you count the proceedings from last night, if you don't count tonight, because they've not happened yet, but 17 episodes in. Rhea and Io, one of the better matches of the series. Same with Jade and Io on the first episode of Raw as well. Recommend you check both out. The replay of the first episode of the series and Backlash PLE from this past week are both available right now on the channel. But no rest for the weary. No rest for the champions. You want to be champion here on Raw like you were doing in NXT, you're going to be a fighting champion. And she has no problem putting that title on the line tonight against a woman she respects and has already defeated 3 times. We're going to make it 4 tonight, but the trick is you cannot underestimate the former Women's World Champion, Io Sky, as we could be on the cusp of seeing a 2-time Women's World Champion being crowned tonight. Rhea Ripley making an aura-centric entrance as she always does. This woman is the heart and soul of the women's division. She's proven it with that right there. Women's World title took her no time at all to become an established superstar of the red brand. 2 matches in already. The Women's World Champion. This will be her 3rd match and her first defense of that right there. Beautiful, prestigious and coveted Women's World Championship of Monday Night Raw. Let's now head it down to the ring announcer with the official ring introductions. Here's Alicia Taylor.
Introducing the challenger from Tokyo, Japan, Io Sky. And her opponent from Adelaide, South Australia, the WWE Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley.
Thank you, Alicia. What aura this woman has. Same with Io Sky. They're going to have another barn burner just 48 hours removed from their previous encounter at Backlash for that Women's World title. Will Rhea lose the gold in her first defense, much like Io did, and much like Jade Cargill did in her first reign of the title? But now Jade and her second reign already picked up a successful defense against Kairi Sane, Io's WrestleMania opponent. Last week on SmackDown, but right now it's the official Chad Patton assigning the duties for this Women's World title opening contest tonight on Raw, live from El Paso, Texas. Here we go, folks. Referee ring the bell. Match up officially underway. We're gonna Backlash rematch to kick it off. Sky extends the hand. Rhea accepts. Again, another great show of sportsmanship from these 2 women. We saw that 2 nights ago at Backlash. We'll see it tonight. Horrible tie-up. Ripley able to get the upper hand. Got him in her arm wringer here. Io in trouble on the arm wringer. Wrenching away there is the new Women's World Champion. Will she be able to keep the gold tonight? But look at Io Sky using her speed, using her agility. Look at Io go. We got the arm wringer and cinched into the center of the ring now on Ripley. And now it's Rhea in trouble. Io Sky with a quick manoeuvring, but now it's Rhea Ripley going to turn it back around. Great catches, kick can style. And the center of the ring, the kick is off on Raw. Sky turns around, headlock, takeover, side style. Now got it locked in. Ripley gonna get out of the waist lock now on Sky. There it's Rhea. No, it's Io gonna escape. And now Io into a waist lock on Ripley. What a great sequence, similar to what we saw 2 nights ago at Backlash. These 2 women stole the show. Only the 3rd match in the night and had an absolute masterpiece. Much of the matches at Backlash were a lot longer than WrestleMania's matches, I'll tell you that. But nonetheless, Io Sky, look at that in a side headlock here on Ripley. Another side headlock. Cinched it in tight, going for Rhea to go. Rhea fighting out of it, nicely done. Got the leg scissors now cinched in on Io Sky. And over the ring, both women grounded. Rhea Ripley now going to wrench away. Then powerful, strong legs against the throat of Io Sky. The lack a lot of breathing out of Io here. Io can barely see the light of day. Will either of these women be 100% after what took place rather at Backlash? Io Sky though, looking to be in her full form. This is incredible. Io now drop kick with the back of Rhea Ripley. And how about the words to kick off the show tonight? John Cena coming out to address that he will be retiring at the end of the season. The last time is now. For what many consider to be the greatest of all time, he'll be giving up on a full year-long retirement tour at WrestleMania. But then Gunther came out and he said he's going to make an early retirement of Cena tonight as they both collide in Triple Threat action alongside Finn Balor to see who will face LA Knight for the world title at Clash in Paris. That is your main event later on tonight. Huge Triple Threat contendership match. You got to imagine the world champ LA Knight gonna have close eyes on. Of course, he won a Triple Threat at Backlash alongside Bobby Roode and Seth Rollins. Now it's gonna be a Triple Threat to determine who will face Knight at Clash in Paris. They stole my boy to Io Sky. Drop kick creating some great distance that time. Rhea Ripley rocking After that shot, Rhea now coming towards Sky. Sky gets her with a boot, and Io Sky vintage tornado DDT from middle rope. Io Sky looking good here. Sky middle rope once again, flying in, went for the splash. Rhea Ripley able to move out of harm's way. The Rhea deadlift, look at the power of Ripley, set out, powerbomb the Sky, shoulders down, Io's out of it here, 2 count, Ripley to retain, kick out. The 2 KO to 2 there. She must be very much banged up since the events of Backlash this past weekend. And Rhea Ripley looking to capitalise on that with authority. Big boot to the back of Io Sky, but Sky moving into harm's way. Io now rolls through again and the drop kick right in the midsection. And Rhea can't be 100% as well. She gave it her all to be able to knock off Io Sky. It's a very difficult endeavour, even though that Io has been knocked off 3 times now by Rhea. It has never been easy for Rhea Ripley. She's always had to work for it, always had to fight with all she had. Io Sky up to the top rope to regain the Women's World title here in El Paso, Texas. Diving DDT up the top, hooking the leg, shoulders down, says referee Chad Patton here, and it's only good enough for 1. Rhea able to stay in it for now. But Io Sky getting this crowd all rowdy, all hyped up. Sky, bullet train attack in the corner. The double A's, beautifully done by Io. Walking over the corpse of Ripley. This could do it. Io to regain that title over the moonsault. No, knees up by the Eradicator. Rhea with her knees up, Rhea no shoulders down, Schoolgirl retain the Women's World title, 2 count, Sky gonna kick out, and Io rolls through on Ripley, Betty predicament of her own here, 2 count says Chad Patton, Ripley staying in it. Io Sky almost doing it, middle rope this time from Io, looking for Hurricane run off the middle rope, Rhea gonna catch her with a power ball. Laying her out with that one right there. You know, it's Rhea Ripley over the vicious head, but Ripley looking to retain the Women's World title. A kick is off tonight, Razor's Edge, and a running boot right in the jaw of Io Sky. Rhea in the cover to retain the Women's World title in your opening match tonight. 2 count here says Chad Patton, a kick and again by Io this time. Oh man, great way to kick us off live on Raw. These two women always have great chemistry. We saw it at Backlash, we're seeing it again tonight. We saw it last year down in NXT. These 2 women always gave a great contest for the live crowd no matter where they are. And Io Sky running in. Big shot right at the jaw that time by Io Sky. Io picking up, diving DDT, dropping her right in the crown of her head. And Io double knee to the midsection, but she's already been damaged a lot tonight by Io in the cover as she hooks the leg, the shoulders down to Ripley, and a kick out at 2. Ripley, very powerful kick out, took a lot out of her, that expanded the energy for sure. Our Women's World Champ, Ripley on top, right back to her feet, a big boot. Big boot right at the face of Io Sky, Rhea Ripley with a clothesline, and here comes Ripley, the champion now. Flurry of offense here, docking that one from Sky. Rip put and a drop kick as Rhea Ripley's taking charge as this matchup continues on Raw. We're back live in the red brand. Io Sky back in control over Rhea Ripley. Io double foot stomp right in the midsection. That midsection getting absolutely pummeled tonight. And El Paso, Texas, Io again jumping onto it from the middle rope with a splash. Sky to the top rope. Io Sky to become a 2-time Women's World Champion over the moonsault. She nailed it. Cover, hooking the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2. Ripley stayed alive. Oh my goodness, that is 3 over the moonsaults that Ripley has kicked out in the space of 48 hours. Just one in this match, but she kicked out the 2 of them in the Backlash match this past weekend. And Io Sky has been targeting that midsection. That has been the story tonight of this contest. The entire match. Io been going after the midsection, and cross bodies are now out of the ring. Again dealing more damage to that midsection. And now Io. Oh goodness, Io Sky on the barricade, jumping on and all, moving out the way was Ripley that time. And Rhea gonna center into the barricade with authority. And oh no, on the outside, Rhea Ripley. Northern Lights suplex by the champion. Back in, back out, apron. Oh no, knees up by Io. Went for a cannonball. Went for like senton off the apron. Io able to get the knees up, able to recuperate. Don't want this one to go without count out here. Live on Raw. Backlash rematch. Io Sky on the apron. Oh god, the diving springboard moonsault we see every match of Io Sky. It's always a thing of beauty when she pulls out. That incredible offense. Sky now on the outside, picking up Rhea again. She's been in control the majority of this match, I must say. Shoulder breaker by Io. Again, back out goes Io Sky, back in. Again, goes the genius of the Sky. What is this mad woman thinking? She is always doing some crazy shit, and that ain't gonna stop her out. Io Sky! Tope cross body to the outside by the former champion. Destined to regain the gold tonight. Sending Rhea Ripley into the ring. Io Sky now. Heading to the top rope. Ripley getting to her feet. Io, two-time champ, went for the diving DDT a second time. Ripley able to counter it. And Rhea Ripley. Oh, just picking her up and slamming her down. A body of Sky ricocheting off the mat. And then here comes Rhea Ripley. Electric chair. Face buster down goes Io. That's gotta do it. Oh, she ain't done. Rhea, top rope to retain the women's world title. And a big elbow drop right in the chest of Io Sky. And she still ain't done. Ripley, again. Big time splash. Cover, that'll do it. Rhea to retain. Hook in the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring turn. I can't get it by the former champion. Oh, what we say, Io Sky, one of the most resilient performers of this entire series, and she has shown why. It took 3 riptides to put Io Sky down at Backlash. And now it's Io. Oh, the drop kick springboard sent by Sky. Sky getting all of that right there. Io into the corner. Can Io do it after all the hardship that she went through? Big smack to the face. Uh-oh. Top rope. I've seen this plenty of times by the former champion. Spanish fly off the top rope. Avalanche style. By the genius of the Sky, who covers, hook in the leg, shoulders down to become champ again. 2 count. No! Rhea powers out again. Io Sky's thinking, what the hell am I going to do to beat Rhea Ripley? She's never done it. In the 3 encounters these women have had, this one being their 4th. Rhea is lighting up Io Sky. Look at Ripley. Oh, God, what a lead of the jaw. What a battle. The crowd love it. I love it. Put these 2 in the ring every damn week and I wouldn't be complaining. Big kick by Rhea. No, shot in the corner by Io Sky. And Io now. Koji clutch. Submission hold. Nowhere for Ripley to go. Will she tap out or pass out due to the pain? If she does, Io Sky will become a 2-time Women's World Champion. Referee Chad Patton right there to see if Ripley's hands smack the canvas or if she goes out. She doesn't seem to be moving here. Io can have it one. Io no, Rhea Ripley at the last possible moment. Elbowed her way free that time. Now Rhea, middle rope, splash! Oh God. Io Sky has now possibly been absolutely blindsided. And she may have the last of every bit of resilience kicked out of her. There's the Razor's Edge and kick combination again by Rhea Ripley. Shooting the half on Sky. Cover, hook in the leg, shoulders down. Rhea retain. That's going to do it. No! Kicking again at 2 by Io. Oh, one hell of an opener tonight. What a hell of an opener. Big overhand shot, low blocked again. Io Sky kick to the leg. Io Sky to regain the title. Will we see some hot potato nonsense? Will Sky be able to win the gold back? 2-0. Almost able to beat Ripley finally. But now went for the kick. And bam! Caught her that time. Io, no. There's Rhea Ripley that time. And now it's Rhea. Comes sending Rhea Ripley. Down goes Sky. Just like that, Rhea picking her up. Oh God. And a devastating set out powerbomb, but she's not even covering. Io Sky is dazed, hurt, on wobbly foundation, doesn't know where she is. Rhea gonna send her in the corner, hitting hard against those ropes that time. And now Rhea, I've seen this before. And Sky gets hit with this. She ain't getting back up. Someone's gonna have to scrape the carcass of Sky off the canvas. Avalanche Riptide! Stacking her up. Cover. 2 count. Ripley retains. What an incredible match to kick us off live on Monday Night Raw.
Here is your winner and still the WWE Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley.
That is now 4 victories that Rhea Ripley has over Io Sky. And I think Ripley will gonna be getting some new challengers soon, but who can step up to the Eradicator, the Women's World Champion? Overall is victorious. But ladies and gentlemen, still to come tonight, as we mentioned earlier, triple threat contendership matchup to see who will challenge LA Knight at her next PLE in 4 weeks' time clash in Paris. Will it be the retiring soon John Cena? Will it be Finn Balor? Will it be the man that wants to put Cena's career at pasture? The Ring General, Gunther. But up next, a tornado triple threat tag to see who gets one step closer to being the #1 contenders for the world tag team titles against the Motor City Machine Guns. It's New Cat Republic, Judgment Day and Imperium next. As back in the ring, you see New Cats Republic of Tyler Bate and the former Intercontinental Champion, the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. Interesting fact about the Bruiserweight, about this specific day, in fact. This day, exactly a year ago, April 27th, is when Pete Dunne lost the Intercontinental Championship to Chad Gable. 1 year later, Dunne and Tyler Bate trying to earn themselves an opportunity at the WWE Tag Team Championships, currently held by the Motor City Machine Guns of Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. There'll be another triple threat tornado tag match next week. The winner of both matches from this week and next week will face off in 2 weeks' time, with the winners of that challenge for the WWE Tag titles against the Machine Guns at Clash in Paris. And out next, Damian Priest and JD McDonough. We've seen JD in action in singles action before against Rusev in this series. Not seen Priest just yet in this series. Let's see how they do as a tandem as it's going down next. And here come the final team back out with the Ring General, who will compete in the main event tonight. It's Ludwig Kaiser and the Bulgarian Brutes, Rusev. It's Imperium. We saw Rusev defeat McDonough on WWE Dark a couple of weeks back. Gunther defeated Cesaro in singles action a couple of weeks ago before. It's the first time we've seen Ludwig Kaiser in action in the series. First time we've seen Damian Priest in action as well in the series. First time we've seen Tyler Bate in action as well. As Pete Dunne we saw a couple of weeks ago in Dark, losing to Elidolo Andrade. Still with the rivalry for the IC title last year. Dunne able to beat Andrade for the gold last year, but Andrade able to get the win over Dunne most recently on Dark. But who will step up to face potentially the Motor City Machine Guns for the tag team titles? A triple threat tornado matchup is scheduled for next week. It will be the Street Profits, the Undisputed Era, and Chris Jericho and Dolph Ziggler doing battle. But here we go. Gonna be a clusterfuck mayhem matchup. One fall to the finish. Triple threat tag team tornado match. Who'll get one step closer to facing the Machine Guns at Paris? You're gonna imagine Shelley and Sabin watching on closely. They had a successful defense last week and a WrestleMania rematch to open up Raw against Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly of the Undisputed Era. They will get another opportunity next week to get another shot at Clash in Paris. But it's Rusev and Priest going at it. It's McDonough and Tyler Bate momentarily. Look like Kaiser in the mix as well. As McDonough had a beautiful moonsault moments ago under the Bruiserweight. Pete Dunne. Dunne now going to grab McDonough. German suplex there by the Bruiserweight. Can Pete Dunne turn his luck around? He wants a win. Exactly a year to the day where he lost the IC title. Will he be able to do so? It's a creative, however, and breaking it up that time with Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate, Ludwig Kaiser going at it. Rusev and JD McDonough going back at it following their matchup a couple of weeks ago on Dark. Pete Dunne will go behind on Rusev. Dunne backstabber nicely done, and there Tyler Bate in the outside going after Priest. Priest with a massive kick though, and JD McDonough forearm of Ludwig Kaiser. Dunne grabbing McDonough. Priest getting a weapon, got a kendo stick in hand, trying to hit Tyler with a German suplex by Dunne in the ring. On JD is Rusev. Clothesline Priest by her desk. Kaiser out there as well. Dunne and McDonough going at it. On the inside is Ludwig big elbows Rusev with a kendo stick, hitting it over Priest on the floor. And Kaiser Sending Tyler Bate down. Imperium. The new look of Imperium looking good thus far as Rusev sends Priest out of the ring. McDonough with a massive boot in the corner of the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. As Bate and Kaiser begin a battle once again on the outside. Kaiser sent out on the table. Damian Priest says tail down goes Rusev on the inside. McDonough. Donner down each other's throats in this matchup tonight. He's looking at Damian Priest, but clobber and shot in the back of Rusev, and oh my goodness, what a move there by the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. He's out done with a massive kick. Oh, look at Kaiser get around the announce table. We might see someone go through that there as Dunne trying to pin Damian Priest. Priest able to kick out immediately now, everyone. Back into the good circle. Priest gets kicked by Kaiser. Dunne Irish whipping. Rusev went for the kick. Countered. Rusev clothesline. You got Tyler Bate in the corner here. Look at Rusev running. Power slam. Connecting on Pete Dunne. It's JD McDonough now. Gonna send Tyler Bate. Shoulder first. In the corner with a German suplex on a JD by Rusev and a massive knee. And Rusev is dominating in this triple threat matchup. Running in on Tyler Bate. Bate though grabbing him on the inside of the ring. Tyler Bate. Hip toss. Great strength for the big strong boy. But there's Damian Priest from behind. And Priest now gonna drop Tyler Bate. Oh, there goes Priest down by Rusev. Kaiser and Dunne battle on the outside of the ring. The two biggest boys in the match. Rusev and Damian Priest battling on the inside. It's jawbreaker by Priest. Priest picks him up. Elevated flatliner. Elevated flatliner. The cover rod's a part of the official right there. 2 count kick out. McDonough just at a Spanish fly. The outside of the Tyler Bate standing style as well. Unreal. Big getting the shit kicked out of him tonight in this tag match. A lot of people say Pete Dunne is dragged down by Tyler Bate. With New Cash Republic, he should continue to be a single star. He was great as IC champ. Rusev though, match got kicked the Priest. 2 count kick out. Imperium almost scoring themselves an opportunity to get a #1 contendership matchup. A mini triple threat tag title tournament, you could say here. The winner of this match faced the winner of next week's triple threat tornado tag match. Rusev and Kaiser could go to 2 weeks time in the contenders match. Accolade by Rusev and McDonough, and it's Pete Dunne breaking it up. Dunne covers on McDonough. Rusev not having it. Stomp after stomp. Kaiser sent into the announce table that he took apart, and look at Pete Dunne. Better end. The moves that gave him the Intercontinental title. He spiked Rusev at the top of his head, but there's Damian Priest kicking Pete Dunne down. And it looked like Kaiser coming back in, slapping Damian Priest, sending Pete Dunne and Priest both down. And look at JD McDonough. Rusev could be done right here. There's double inside. Covered by JD. Judgment Day to win it. No, there's Tyler Bate making a save. Bate breaking up my count. McDonough now wants to prove that he's not the weak link of the Judgment Day. He did lose to Rusev on WWE Dark a couple of weeks back. Pete Dunne candlestick. Oh, sorry, that's not a candlestick, whatever the hell that is. Just clock JD with it. Oh, and he's clogging Priest with it. Going after the Judgment Day, time and time. And there's Rusev with elbow drops consecutively. Right in the chest of Tyler Bate. What a great addition Rusev has been to Imperium. Only 1 match with Saw him in until this one. This is his second of the series, but he has been looking like an absolute beast. Got to make a great decision, allowing Rusev to join the ranks of Imperium alongside himself and Ludwig Kaiser. JD from behind on Rusev though, who was a little bit distracted, looking at the suffering fate of Pete Dunne. It's Damian Priest with a South of Heaven choke slam on Ludwig Kaiser. Clotheslines Pete Dunne down. And a cover following South of Heaven. Shoulders down, leg is hooked. Tyler Bate breaks it up before once a part of the official designated to this matchup. Game to get his hand on the map for the count of 1. Hooks with a kick. And Rusev with a clothesline. Elbow drop by McDonough. And there's Rusev going right back after JD inside cradle. Small package. Imperium to get the opportunity to potentially be #1 contenders. McDonough going to kick out at 2. Rusev trying to steal it there. Now going after Tyler Bate. Big knees to the midsection of Tyler. Dunne and Priest going on the outside of the ring. European uppercut by Kaiser. Connected there on JD McDonough. Tyler Bate kicks and strikes and shots. And they'll get Tyler Bate. Going to drop Rusev on his head. Unbelievable. But now it's Ludwig Kaiser going to pick up Tyler Bate. Going to launch him almost halfway across the ring. in this great triple threat tag matchup covered here by Kaiser. There's JD breaking it off. JD and Kaiser going out of here. JD, oh, went a bit too far, but able to take him down. Down went Kaiser. Damian Priest now trying to come back into the ring here. Tyler Bate getting super kicked. And now Damian Priest in a cover on Tyler Bate. Rusev and Kaiser both in. Judgment Day wanting that win badly, but there's Pete Dunne from behind. Dunne now, big shot in the midsection. Looks like Kaiser going after Dunne. Oh, cranking at the back that time. Look at Kaiser. Gonna drop over that DDT. The Kaiser DDT will drop. And a Rusev. There's with that super kick. Priest under the cover. Look at Rusev. He can barely move here. Judgment Day to get the shot. 2 down. No, Rusev just counted with sense. Priest and McDonough won it. Oh, wow, what a win. Huge win for the Judgment Day. They'll face the winners of the Street Profits, Undisputed Era, and Jericho and Ziggler's Triple Threats into a tag match next week on Monday Night Raw. What a hell of a win. Here tonight live in El Paso, Texas. But coming up next, a Texas representative. Raquel Rodriguez is in action, taking on the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. Asuka wants a shot at the Women's IC title, which is now a part of the Judgment Day with Liv Morgan. Raquel going to try and make sure that Asuka doesn't get a shot at the gold. But if Asuka wins tonight, she will face Liv in 2 weeks' time for the Women's Intercontinental title. So huge stakes for Raquel. This isn't necessarily a #1 contendership match, but it is to see if Asuka can get a shot. If not, Raquel is trying to make the line a lot shorter for Liv Morgan, who is the newly won Women's Intercontinental Champion, the inaugural as such as well.
Making her way to the ring from Osaka, Japan, Asuka!
The opening match to Backlash, Liv Morgan, AJ Lee having a spectacular showdown to kick the night off, and it was Morgan walking out on top, the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion, making history in the process. Can Asuka get the first shot at the newly won champion? She's got to get through her Judgment Day friend and Raquel Rodriguez. It's coming your way next live in El Paso. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're back live on Monday Night Raw. Now you see La Ruda, Raquel Rodriguez. Big mommy cool, big sexy you could say. Raquel going to try and do the dirty work for Liv Morgan. And the Intercontinental Champion of the Judgment Day, her good friend. It was Liv that brought Raquel over to Monday Night Raw, part of the Judgment Day, as she seems to have some sort of relationship going on with the man who will be competing in the main event tonight, the leader of the Judgment Day, Finn Balor. Balor bringing over his crew from NXT, Damian Priest, JD, but no Dominic Mysterio is still over there. Down in NXT, apparently. The two parties don't really talk often, but nonetheless, Eddie Ringo, the official, is Raquel jumping Asuka for the bell. Before the bell, Raquel getting a jump to make sure that Asuka doesn't get an opportunity at the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Liv Morgan in 2 weeks' time. Massive drop kick from Raquel, getting off her feet. She was dominant. She was an incredible powerhouse down in NXT last season. And she's going to be even more of that here in the main roster. As dangerous as ever as Raquel Rodriguez. Just see the episode of WWE Dark last week. Put away Naomi like it was nothing, and Raquel, massive elbow drop right in the heart of Asuka. Asuka in trouble now by the ropes. Raquel clotheslines her out. Hanging out in the apron though is Asuka. Or she'd be good at surviving a Royal Rumble elimination with offense like that. And here comes Asuka now with strikes. For a takedown, Raquel into a submission here. Got the armbar. Over the long legs of Rodriguez. Making her get to the bottom rope in the nick of time there. Oh, let's wrench it away. On the arm was Asuka that time. And oh, goodness, look at that. From Asuka, right after the face of Raquel Rodriguez. Middle rope now. Here's the Empress of Tomorrow. Looking to fly. Here goes Asuka. Big kick that time. And here goes the Empress of Tomorrow. Cross body. Into the cover. Shoulders down. This might be it. 2 count. And a kick out by Rodriguez. Oh, that was a powerful kick out that time. By Raquel. But look at Asuka. Too busy showboating, and Raquel gonna make her pay. Raquel just seems to be here on Raw in the shadows of Liv Morgan. Is she going to get any opportunity at the Women's IC title? If she beats Asuka, that's huge. Asuka, former 3-time WWE Women's Champion here in this series. Again, dropped by Raquel Rodriguez. Neck breaker. Out of the torture rack position. Cover here, Raquel, for a massive win here. And a kick out at 1, says referee Eddie Orengo. Raquel, gonna drop the knee again. And I believe busted open Asuka. Even under that face paint, Asuka had been busted wide open that time. Raquel launching her around the ring like she's nothing. Rodriguez back into the corner goes the Empress of Tomorrow. And the big elbows. Oh no, Asuka, this is dominating stuff right here. Back to the middle rope. Raquel was very impressive. The last 2 weeks we've seen her on both Raw and Dark. She's back here tonight, getting a record of 1-1, one of the week at 2-1. And we're getting a massive one against the Empress here. But Asuka battling back. Well, the moniker "no one is ready for Asuka" may be true. Especially with the case of Raquel Rodriguez. Look at the strength of Asuka. Trapping the arm. Penny predicament here. Asuka for victory. They get a Women's IC title shot in 2 weeks' time on Raw. And it's a kick out. Asuka getting very furious, getting very frustrated with a kick out there, missing the drop kick as well. Raquel gonna drop kick Asuka down. Now dominating her once again, grounding Asuka. It's the pace Raquel wants to keep in this Women's IC title eliminator match for Asuka. Not for Raquel though. I'm gonna imagine Raquel will get some sort of reward for the Judgment Day from Liv Morgan if Raquel is able to intercept Asuka from getting an opportunity at the gold. As look at Raquel Rodriguez, too busy showboating. May cost her against the former 3-time WWE Women's Champion over on the SmackDown brand last season. Well, Raquel able to roll through from that, a big boot right in the moosh. Oh, Asuka getting rocked that time by Raquel. Irish whip gonna send her hard in the corner. Asuka went halfway across the ring that time, and here's Raquel now. We've seen this before. Big forearm in the corner. Raquel now middle roll. Gonna do a massive spinning splash cover now. On Asuka, hooking the leg, shoulders down and a kick out. Close call there. Would have been a great win for Raquel. Not to be just yet, but here's Asuka. Oh, a jawbreaker by the Empress of Tomorrow. Asuka goes behind, German suplex. Goodness, 2 out of her in the process, but getting to her feet now, Raquel. Retreating to the corner. Asuka had a great rivalry last season with Charlotte Flair. At the start of last season, went from after the Royal Rumble all the way to the first WrestleMania. Asuka cover off that powerbomb into the corner. Set out style, the kick out at 2 from Raquel though. Asuka hasn't really been to the heights since the last time she was the WWE Women's Champion, losing it to Jade Cargill at SummerSlam. Of course, Jade would end up losing it the SmackDown after SummerSlam to the debut of Bianca Belair, who made her official debut present on SmackDown last season following SummerSlam. And she beat Asuka in her first SmackDown matchup. She wasn't officially a part of the roster that time though. But Raquel alley with facebuster to beat Asuka was a close call. Belair was able to put away Asuka. Can Raquel Rodriguez do the same? Asuka though gets an interception and a code breaker. That could be shades of Liv Morgan. She loves utilising the code breaker too, but Asuka covers on Raquel. 2 count, kick out, so close. Oh, that was an enthusiastic shoulder up that time for Raquel. Asuka pissed off with that fact. And now gonna drop a double axe and the one Rodriguez. Go to the top rope, not open. Do we see Asuka go to the high end district? It's high risk. Will it be high reward for the Empress of Tomorrow? No, it won't. Wait for the crossbody. Raquel been moving the harm's way. And here's Rodriguez now, stacking her up. High angle powerbomb. Penny predicament, shoulders down on Asuka. 2 count. And a huge one. No! Oh, there's a kick out. I don't know about that. I saw the referee's hand kind of swipe away the canvas before Asuka actually got the shoulder up. Nonetheless, the matchup continues. The referee's decision is final. But that was a little bit of controversy that time. But nonetheless, Asuka still fighting back against Rodriguez out of the corner. Look at Asuka, massive drop kick! Here goes Asuka. And now the Empress Picking up Raquel. Another submission. Asuka lock. Asuka lock. Nowhere to go. Stand on the ring on Rodriguez. Will she tap it or pass out to the penny? If she does, Asuka will receive a women's Intercontinental title matchup against the inaugural champion in Judgment Day member Liv Morgan in 2 weeks' time. Referee had a wrangle right there to see if Raquel will tap it or pass out to the pin. No. Fighting out of it that time. My goodness, you got to imagine Liv Morgan with a close eye on this match to see how Raquel Rodriguez does against the former 3-time WWE Women's Champion. She's holding her own, and she could have her beat right here. Raquel spinning backbreaker slam. Cover. Stacking her up. 2 count. Raquel, no. Asuka kicking out again. Oh, Liv must be furious with Asuka's resiliency in this one. Raquel pandering to her hometown of Texas. We're live in El Paso tonight. Raquel Rodriguez not too far from El Paso is watch Asuka here. No, Raquel with a forearm. Rodriguez fighting back. Can Asuka give Raquel Rodriguez a loss in her hometown? Her home state. Oh, will Raquel win it? But nonetheless, Asuka, shoulders down, penny predicament. Asuka able to steal one. Asuka's getting a shot at the Women's IC title in 2 weeks' time and laughing at her opponent. Asuka with a sneaky victory that time. Going at it with Raquel Rodriguez tonight, and she'll get a shot in 2 weeks' time against Liv Morgan for the Women's IC title. But still to come next week, folks. We mentioned it earlier, Triple Threat Tornado Tag. Who will face the Judgment Day in 2 weeks' time to see who will get a shot at the Motor City Machine Guns at Clash in Paris. It's Undisputed Era. Street Profits and Jericho and Ziggler, also a rematch well, a couple of weeks ago on Raw. And from the Triple Threat at Backlash, Bobby Roode and Seth Rollins go one-on-one. Once again, that's going down next week on the Red Brand. And also the World Heavyweight Champion will be in action against a long-standing rivalry. A long-standing rival from last season. Former United States Champion Sami Zayn takes on the World Champion non-title action. All that, so much more coming your way next week live on Raw. But coming up next, folks, it is now time for your main event of the evening to see who will challenge LA Knight for the World Heavyweight Championship at Clash in Paris. Will it be the soon-to-be retiring John Cena, the leader of the Judgment Day Finn Balor, or the leader of Imperium Gunther? It's coming your way next live on Monday Night Raw. Here we go then, folks. It is main event time live in El Paso, Texas. And coming out first, the leader of the Judgment Day. It has been an up and down night for the Judgment Day. Priest and McDonough winning an opportunity in a number 1 contenders match against the World Tag Champs. The WWE Tag Champs, the Motor City Machine Guns.
The following contest is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring, representing the Judgment Day from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds, Finn Balor.
So they were victorious, but Raquel Rodriguez momentarily was not. Finn Balor looks to make it 2-1 for the Judgment Day tonight. Live on Monday Night Raw, and once they get an opportunity at the World Championship against LA Knight. Balor's never been a World Champion. He is a former United States Champion, however. And a decent run at that, defeating Bobby Roode at the first WrestleMania until losing it at Bad Blood to Bray Wyatt in a fatal 4-way, which also included Buddy Matthews and Aleister Black, another former World Champion. Finn Balor wants that world title shot. A couple of weeks ago, he was in a contendership match for the Intercontinental title. It was a 4-way. It was won by Sami Zayn, who got the shot at Backlash, in a match which also included Andrade and Kevin Owens. Owens taking the pin with Sami to lose a kick in that contest. Sami not able to capitalise and win the IC title at Backlash, losing the matchup to the retaining Adam Cole. And one of Backlash greatest matches, of course, Backlash is still available, folks. Go and check it out. You don't want to miss the proceedings from 48 hours ago. One hell of a first PLE, and now we're building up. We are 4 weeks away from Clash in Paris. We're going overseas. We're going to the beautiful country of France for a classic match up there, folks. But out next, the man that said he wants to give John Cena early retirement.
First, representing Imperium from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 250 pounds,
This is the man I could easily see becoming world champion this season. The question is, will it come at Clash in Paris against the megastar LA Knight? Well, first, he's got to get through Finn Balor, and the man earlier tonight, he said he wants to give an early retirement to, in the form of John Cena. LA Knight going to be watching this one on very closely. He's got the night off tonight, but he's back next week after the hellacious battle at Backlash and triple threat action with Seth Rollins and Bobby Roode, both them men, back next week as well to face off against one another. Of course, LA Knight and Sami Zayn, a storied rivalry coming down next week in the main event. Sami Zayn winning the United States Championship from LA Knight, beating him again, but LA beating Sami Zayn in an Elimination Chamber qualifying match, which he went on to win at No Way Out, which granted him the shot of the world title in the main event of WrestleMania Saturday, where he defeated Bobby Roode for the gold, even pinned Roode in the triple threat at Backlash as well, involving Seth Rollins. But here comes the third and final man in this triple threat, the man who is on his retirement tour. The last time is now for the greatest of all time. It's John Cena. Cena with his first match on the show here in the series. 18 episodes in, Cena looks to get a shot at the world title.
Weighing in at 251 pounds, the greatest of all time, John Cena!
Listen to this place. El Paso's going nuts for John Cena. The first official match of Cena's retirement tour. But if Gunther gets his way tonight, we might not see Cena for a long time. This might be his retirement match for all we know. Gunther making a statement of Cena. He's not going to allow Cena to get the world title. He will happily pummel him alongside Balor, taking a shot at LA Knight at Clash in Paris. Here we go, a massive high-stakes triple threat tonight. Balor, Gunther and Cena going to duke it out for the shot of the gold at Clash in Paris on XPLE of this series. You see Balor looking ready, as does the ring general. What a main event this is going to be, folks. John Cena looking ready. Referee Daffy LaShawn is saying their duties for this triple threat main event. Match up on the way as Cena clotheslines Balor. Wants to get him out of the way, as he wants to duke it out with Gunther. The man that interrupted him trying to have a heartfelt speech to the sold-out crowd earlier tonight. Instead, Balor going to drop Cena. And there's Gunther wanting a piece of Balor. And Gunther sending Cena down with a drop kick. Shotgun stable like a Finn. Stomping down in the rib cage. In midsection of Gunther. Cena the Irish whip going to send Finn Balor into the corner now, looking to stomp away. And the man that interrupted him earlier on tonight to kick off the show in the ring general. Oh, Cena taking him down, but there's Finn Balor in a Pele kick. John Cena now getting choked out. The center of the ring. Gunther defeated Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, officially made his main roster debut, a part of the Royal Rumble match where he entered number 2, getting 6 eliminations in the contest before he was eliminated by the phenomenal AJ Styles. Finn Balor kendo stick to this midsection of Gunther. Cena takes it from Balor, hitting him in the midsection and hitting him over the back of the head with it. And now against the back. And now Gunther comes in, leg drop the Finn. Finn's check cans it on the outside, and now Cena with a kendo stick over the head of Gunther. My goodness, Cena back on Raw where he belongs. He was a part of SmackDown last season after the Superstar Shake-Up following SummerSlam. He was sent over there and only was able to pick up 3 victories over on the Blue Brands. I believe they were all against the likes of Andrade, Sheamus and Braun Breaker. No other victories came out for John Cena, a part of SmackDown last season. Can he get more wins here a part of Monday Night Raw? Well, Balor just popped him with a steel chair right over the head. And there's Gunther cracking Balor with a kendo stick over the head. And now Gunther, steel chair in hand in the midsection. And more chair shots to a grounded Finn. But then comes John Cena and Gunther laying away at Finn Balor with a steel chair. Cena though, go behind German suplex to the ring general. Not often do we see that out of Cena. Unreal. Not often do we actually see Cena, because he's not been around this season thus far. Now he's here as Balor. It's a backstabber to the greatest of all time. And a clothesline sends Gunther to the outside. Balor looking to capitalise, trying to have the ring to himself with John Cena here. Gunther was victorious against Cesaro on his Raw Series debut. Of course, he was a part of Raw for the closing moments of last year, a part of the Elimination Chamber match at No Way Out, defeating Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, having that great show in the Royal Rumble as well. Former NXT champion. But here's John Cena, 5-knuckle shuffle to Finn Balor. Busts him wide open, Gunther there with a steel chair, and Cena caught the back of the head with it. And now Gunther going to work, pummeling Cena like he said he would to start off the show. Trying to give Cena an early retirement, trying to force him in an early retirement, but Gunther covering on Balor here and going to Clash in Paris. Kick out by Finn. Well, the Judgment Day was victorious over Imperium and New Catch Republic earlier on tonight. Can the Judgment Day get another victory over Imperium? A part of this Raw episode could be a faction warfare we got brewing here on Monday Night Raw going forward in the series. But there's John Cena and Finn Balor. One-on-one for the moment here, but Finn Sling Blade! Nicely done by Balor. And then Finn, look at Balor catching Gunther off guard that time. Toe Bacon heel on the outside, taking out the ring general. Balor steel chair over the back of Gunther. Comes back out of the ring with a chair. Cena has him scouted. Balor just launches it at him. And now Finn Balor for an opportunity. They're going to clash in Paris. Go behind. Inverted DDT with the elbow straight for good measure. But there's Gunther making a save. And Gunther, leg drop into the throat of John Cena. Stomped by Balor. Balor going after Gunther. Nice shots caught in the leg though that time. And Gunther with a nice first shot. Oh, look at Gunther just trying to choke him out right in the top rope now. What an Imperium to get a win over the Judgment Day and John Cena, but I think he's more focused on putting away Cena. As Cena kicked to the midsection of Gunther and clothesline the ring general, sends him packing to the outside. Cena with a great offensive move here. Cena with a great opportunity. Taking a shot at LA Knight. A clash in Paris. 5-knuckle shuffle. Oh God, he's already been busted open. He's already been hit with that tonight. He's been hit with a second, and now Cena maybe looking to put him away. Gunther trying to intervene, but Cena grabbing Balor. Attitude adjustment of Finn. Gunther's right there though, and he makes the save. Stomp away on Cena, the big knees. Ready to side ahead in what has been a great main event here tonight live on Monday Night Raw. Cena rolling to the outside. Gunther trying to steal the one on Finn Balor. Shoulders down. Gunther going to clash in Paris. 2 count on Finn. Another near fall. What action. Oh, that's to get a shot at LA Knight. Knight licking his chops. Yeah, gotta imagine. Gotta imagine he is loving every second of this. These 3 men beating the hell out of each other. All to receive an opportunity. And the World Heavyweight title against him. Gunther sent back on the outside. Finn Balor has the opportunity to put away John Cena. Picks him up. Finn Balor taking a shot here. That's gotta be it. The 1916. Oh man, but no. Gunther coming in. Stomping on Balor, looking to steal the pin. Steal the victory. Cover on Cena. 2 count. Cena kicks out. Gunther almost heading a clash in Paris to get a shot against the megastar for the world title. But a smack to the face. Gunther grabbing him. No, Cena with a forearm. And Cena pop up again. Another Hurricane Run. He's loving that. But there's a sling blade by Finn. Finn and the cover on Gunther. Cena right back to a vertical base and makes the save. It's Cena after Finn. Look at that. Fisherman suplex. Gunther from behind. Gunther with a shot at Cena. Cena with the elbows. Cena. Springboard. Start unreal. Oh, but there's Balor forearm. Balor, cover on Gunther, shoulders down, Gunther kicks out immediately. Oh man, he has not been damaged nearly enough as the ring general. And a big boot of Balor with a combination, and here comes Cena. Oh, there's the shotgun drop kick by Gunther. Touring Cena, inside out, Gunther picking up John Cena to put him away. They're going to clash in Paris, powerbomb, stacks him up, cover. There's 2. Finn Balor trying to make the save, but Cena able to kick out anyway. Balor don't think would have made the save. Better be lucky that John Cena was able to kick out. Now Balor turns on attention at Gunther with a stomp on the chest. Cena rolling through. Following elbow tie up. Cena picks him up. Emerald explosion of Finn Balor. But there's Gunther back in. Leg dropping a Finn. Cena on the outside going to try and get more weapons. Another Kendo stick in hand by getting chopped out of the hand by Gunther. And Gunther grabbing the head of Cena. Wicked lariat. Oh, to pay an absolute message to send this statement. Look at this, Gunther. Rear naked choke. Sleeper on Finn Balor. Nowhere for Finn to go. Center of the ring. No ropes to save him even in a triple threat. Referee definitely shot right there to see if Balor will tap in or pass out. Do the pin and Cena able to get up to make the save. This triple threat main event continues for an opportunity at the World Heavyweight title. Gunther set out powerbomb with a counter. Out of the Hurricane Runner from Cena. Now it's just Balor and Gunther center of the ring. Balor surviving that. Sleeper. If John Cena didn't break it up any time sooner, Balor probably would have faded or tapped out. And now look at this. Finn Balor got Gunther. Shotgun drop kick into the corner. As Cena is bringing steel steps into the ring. Balor with a kendo stick in his hand. And hands Cena over the head with it. Oh, but Cena back to his feet. Cena drop kicking the kendo stick out of his hands. And back to the man that started off the night with Cena. It's Gunther. Cena gets the Hurricane Run again in the ring general. Balor went to take him down, but Cena hell-bent on making sure that Gunther doesn't put Cena out of pastures now before Cena's ready to hang it up. He wants to get a full retirement tour for that sold-out crowd, for every sold-out crowd, for the WWE Universe he loves and respects so damn much. Balor stomping away on Gunther. My goodness. Cena back into the ring. There's Finn Balor, forearm by Finn. Cena rolling out. Balor on the top rope, however. Finn's up there. Cena gonna stop him with his tracks. No big shot by Finn. Finn off the top. Wait for the coup de grace. Standing Cena. Cena able to roll through. And then John Cena with a code red to Finn. Oh, Gunther candlestick. When I hit Cena with a able to get it that time over the head. A big match, John. Oh, it's Gunther's moment. And the candlestick over the midsection of Finn Balor as well. We're going to pick up Finn Balor, smacking him in the face. No, smack to the chest by Finn Balor. And Balor with a code breaker. Busts the ring general wide open. What an incredible battle in the main event tonight. Is Finn choking him out there, time in the corner. Choking him out. Set down a Gunther and a nice drop kick. Cena backhand. Sling blade by Balor. Cena and the drop zone. Balor top rope. They're going to clash in powers to get a shot of the world title against LA Knight. Coup de grace. Cover on Cena over the legs. Shoulders down. 2 count. Gunther can't make it. Finn Balor is the #1 contender for the world title.
Here is your winner,
Well, what a win for Balor. That was calculated. Assessed maneuvering by Finn. He knew that Gunther and Cena were going to be at each other's throats from the events of earlier. He capitalized on that, and he is going to clash in Paris to challenge LA Knight for the World Heavyweight title. What a main event, and what a show it's been, folks. That's all we have time for, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow night for another great installment of NXT. Take care, and peace.